of 2022.
Wow.
And we're still trying to figure all this out.
Mine's still thinking about it.
I think we're live on Facebook.
And we are live on YouTube too. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, wait, we got to switch to our face now.
Yeah,
good morning,
Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, please subscribe so you'll know when we go live. If you're on Facebook, enable notifications so you'll know.
And if you have a YouTube channel, go over to YouTube and hit subscribe.
That's right.
Shameless plug. All right, we're back to our faces.
Good deal.
Because I thought they saw enough of the...
They did.
All right. So here's the deal. Mondays are hard.
Mondays are hard. It's 10:10 Eastern.
Yep.
But hey, we're here.
We are 10 minutes.
That's why we wanted to do the Marketing Monday. And, you know, you force yourself into what you have to do. So, like, forcing yourself to go live, like, there's not a undo to that. So you just have to show up. So, and we've had a lot of posts. We've had a lot of posts in the group lately, the stuff that we've done about like do it scared and like that's the whole thing. So sometimes you have to get uncomfortable, embrace the fear, sort of to do the things. I don't say we have fear anymore about going live. That was a thing before.
Oh, it sure was.
But
hi, Jate. Jate was around when we probably were a little scared to go live.
Yep. Or if you're from South Alabama, scared.
Yeah, so today's topic, if you've been around for a while, it might seem a little like old news, but it's not. We're going to talk about some specifics in how to get more engagement.
Yay. That's what
our whole the question arena. Yeah, I know Deanne. Deanne was probably one of those who was like, they're not usually this late. Are they coming?
Yeah, the tech, man, the whole trying to make it all go live at the same time is tough. So anyway, we're here. So, and Marketing Mondays have been all about engagement for sure. So today we've tackled this, but we're going to give you a little more insight into it. It's kind of hard to really spend as much time as we want when we're trying to rattle off so many things. So we're going to tackle, when you want more engagement, start asking questions. So you are going to learn something new today. I know it.
Exactly. So we said 300% more engagement, but we're thinking that's pretty low. We're thinking it's closer to 5 or even more. 100% engagement that you can get when you ask questions on social media.
Exactly. And this does apply to email marketing as well, because if you haven't tried it, and you'll be looking for it, you'll know it when it happens, because I already have one sort of keyed up. Basically, you're going to get a short 1-sentence question email soon. So you'll know that's what we're doing here. So we'll report back. It's testing. So we'll report back results.
I always learn something new.
That's right. Yeah, we're not always together. So we always work on separate things. So anyway.
All right. So engagement. Why is engagement important? Obviously, because if you're not getting engagement, your stuff isn't being seen. So if you're stuck on that little part and you feel like no one's seeing your stuff, you're not getting any likes, comments, and shares, or maybe you even have a group and it says your post reach was 20 people, but you have 2,000 members in your group, that is a fundamental lack of engagement. So that lack of engagement comes from people not interacting with your stuff. So when people aren't interacting with your content, your videos, things like that, then it's your job as a small business owner, as the content creator, to take a step back and say, Why aren't people engaging with me? Because you have to get that engagement in order to broaden your reach. And you have to broaden your reach in order to reach more people so that you can get more leads, so you can cultivate those leads into sales. So we're going to talk about how to do that today in a free capacity instead of something like ads or things like that.
Exactly. And most people think that, oh my gosh, my content sucks. No one's commenting on it. You may be doing most of the right things and have great content going out, but you're going to have to make a few tweaks to re-engage that group or your page or your profile. So many people, once you've trained the algorithm that someone doesn't want to see your post, it's hard to untrain it. It's not impossible. So we're going to give you a few techniques to do just that.
Exactly. And we're going to talk today specifically about questions and types of questions that you can ask. But if you are wanting more, like maybe some beginner information about engagement in general, don't hesitate to go to sociallyinclined.com/blog. We have been bringing it since the beginning of the year every Monday with some kind of engagement piece. So if you go to our blog, and you can type in the topics, Facebook group content, engagement, things like that. It'll bring up all of the relevant blogs that we've done recently attached with these videos. So let's say this is the first video you've seen from us. Asking questions isn't the only way to up your engagement. So there's a lot of other things you can do as well.
Exactly. But I want to, let's start with the fact that, so most of this, what we're going to talk about today, is like for posts. So the types of posts that you can do. But I want to say that we talk all the time, and so it's not confused, that we talk about on any post. It doesn't have to be a necessarily question post. It can be a motivational post. It can be a promo post. It can be whatever. That ending any post with a question will help boost that post. So like CTA, we talk about that all the time, but ending it with a question will automatically help any piece of content. But today we're going to give you specifics on pieces of content. And the first one that is built into Facebook would be like polls. That's such an easy way for people to, for you to get people's attention. There's something psychological when you ask a question or a poll that they feel like they have to answer. Especially a poll is sort of a multiple choice thing. So you're enacting them to not even just write a sentence or whatever. It's just to click a button. So they're pretty effective, easy to do, and you gain a lot of insight as to your target market.
Exactly. I had a thought about polls and I lost it. But yes, the insight is super helpful for you because you can also learn how to mimic the language of the person who's coming to your sphere for help. And that is important as well, because their feedback and customer feedback and what they're saying specifically about their troubles and problems and things that they're trying to overcome, when you can put your benefits of your products and services in their language, it becomes a lot easier to connect with them.
Right. And stand out when they understand that you can solve their pain. Again, we did a features versus benefits versus features or over features. So you'll go back and look for that either in the group or on our blog, because that was a good one.
Exactly. So the next kind of question is a question that requires more than a yes or no answer. So why is that important? And let me just be clear. Any comment, any response is better than no comment. So if you're in a pinch and all you can think of is a yes or no question at that moment, then ask it. But you want to think of questions that will spark more of a conversation. The algorithm, we talk about it a lot. It's annoyingly smart. So the longer the comment can be, the better. So when you can get that comment to, paginate, to drip down 3 or 4 lines in the little comment block, that tells Facebook, that tells the algorithm, that your content was worth more than just an emoji or more than just a yes or things like that. Now, again, any comment is great, but comments that have more than a few lines or even require you to hit the see more of the comment do boost that algorithm reach score.
Exactly. So with that, anything that they can expand upon. So if you make it a 2-part question, if you have to, try to force them into a longer comment.
Yeah. So instead of something like, do you like X? You would say something like, what do you think about X? Or how do you feel about Y? That is kind of what we're talking about in terms of reframing a question to where it's not just a yes or no. Now, with that being said, this or that questions can do really, really well. So again, any question is better than no question.
For sure. And we've seen this or that, just the image of the this or that. Again, that's marking that's psychological. People just want to answer it. That's why you see them a lot in people's feeds. All right. So the next one is thinking about controversial questions. All right. So I don't mean polarizing political questions. Yes, those are controversial, but you have to be really careful about some of the things that you ask because you're going to alienate part of your target market. So we're going to think about ways that you can be controversial in your niche, out of your niche. Again, you're thinking about who your target market is and what would be controversial to them. So it can be in the fitness. There are carb people and there are no carb people. So that is controversial to some people. All right. So you want to get on, I don't know, like productivity, early bird or stay up late and work. Okay. That can be a controversial type question. People are going to weigh in on that. I'm trying to think of another example.
Exactly. Well, I was just going to say, without giving away content class material, because we talk a lot about how to reframe questions like this, but think about it like saying something to the effect of, you can still eat junk food and lose weight, and then turning that into a question. Because you can. The reality is you can if you frame it like a like a moderation type thing. So as the health and fitness coach or the expert, you would want to ask a question like, what kind of indulgence do you enjoy that you can still lose weight when you eat? Does that kind of make sense? But we do all kinds of stuff like this in content class. So I can't go too far into it or Julie's going to get me in trouble.
So like cheat days. Some people are in fitness are all or nothing. And then some people subscribe to, yes, you have to have some guilty pleasure every now and then, to make it all work and be sustainable. So think about questions like that would incite, because a good debate. So I think that's the other part of this controversial question is a good debate on social media is awesome because when you can get people going back and forth, then you have got a winner with engagement for sure. So the more comments, the better. So think about how you can start a conversation with your audience.
Exactly. Love it. Let us know if you have questions as we're going.
Exactly.
So yeah, keeping the questions a little open-ended. Things like, what did you do today? What's something interesting that happened to you? But then asking people to kind of share their stories and experiences. People love to feel heard. That's like kind of marketing 101. And I think that's also something that as a marketer, which all of you are a marketer to some extent, because you're trying to market your products and services, I think we kind of tend to gloss over the human experience and creating connections like that. And that's what all of our trainings on attraction marketing and social selling and things like that try to help you counteract.
Exactly. And on that stories and experiences, again, so if you can ask, so this sort of part is on top of that, other like an open-ended question that's going to get them to write a long version of their story or something that affects them. So if you can get into their mind, the longer their comment, the better the algorithm loves it. And anytime your social should always be about them. So when you can get people talking about themselves, they love that. So that's like the number one thing in sales, like face-to-face sales, or even just meeting someone. If you can get someone to open up about themselves, you have won. You're in their happy place. Okay. They like to talk about themselves.
Exactly. So tell me about a time when.
Yeah.
Blank, blank, blank. What is the best, who's the strongest person you know? What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received? What would you tell if you had 1 minute to talk to your 17-year-old self? What would you say to her? All kinds of things like that.
Exactly. So, all right. All right. Here's a great one. Industry and niche specific questions. Okay. So we talk a lot about, and it's a little controversial, that all of your content doesn't have to be on niche. Okay. So, but there's a great time and place for niche content. Obviously, you've got to have it in your mix so that you let people know what you do. So asking questions that are relevant to that will pique their interest, give them, not so in your face promo, but let them know what you do. So if you're in skincare, it can be, do you have a skincare or nightly routine? Do you sleep in your makeup? We'd want it to be a little more open-ended than that, than yes or no, remember, but how often or how many days do you work out? Let me think of some other niches, because we wear out we have so many fitness and skincare people. Let's think about, if finance, do you track your spending? Do you save? Do you save your change? Do you, let me think.
Do you believe a handwritten letter is better than an email?
There you go. Awesome.
There you go, Marcy.
Marcy.
Hi, Heather. Welcome.
Jate says, love the fitness.
I know. I think that's why we keep her around, because it's just so natural for me, and then Julie can find it easy as well.
Yeah. And it's just, when you sit down to write a post, sitting and staring at that blank, think about, like, we make it sound easy sometimes when it comes to all of the questions that you can come up with. But if you sit down and batch these out, you really can think of, 10 or 20 that will last you. If you did one a week, that's 20 weeks worth of content, really. And how long would it really take you to think about those?
Exactly.
And if you can't, shameless plug, we do have a product that is engaging questions. They're not as open-ended. When we do them for you, they're not niche specific. So, but they're really, really good. Good questions. I don't know if I can. You'll have to go to
a year of them too. So
yeah,
that's pretty nice. And I know several of you have the package that comes with the graphics, which makes it even easier, because when you put a graphic with it, it really takes the guesswork out. But the 365, just the base product, is so affordable and is so helpful that we just want to be sure that we put that out there for those of you who do need it, because engagement is really the lifeblood of expanding your reach. And that's what we all want to do, right? So we talked about on Thursday, I think was probably my favorite live training we've ever done. We talked about how to give your online presence a purpose. It was so full of goodies. Make sure you go back to the blog and see the one from last Thursday. Or I guess I shouldn't date it like that, because some people are going to be watching this much later, but from Thursday, March 24th.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
is a good
People
one.
on replay have no idea. So very good.
Yeah. But all right.
I did think of one other type of question that you can ask, maybe two. So one would be like what they need from you or how you can help. Again, that's going to be a little bit niche specific, but when you can find out directly from them what you can do to help them. So like for us, it would be, we would probably do it in a multiple choice or a poll type, but do you need more engagement content? Do you need help with email? Do you need help with setting up TikTok? Like what it is. And then also like this done well can be amazing because you can screenshot the comments that come from it. But if you can ask for like a testimonial, how have I helped you with this, or how has X helped to get this result? And then when you're automatically getting social proof that you can use in sales pages, emails, wherever. So happen to think about that one on the fly.
Nice.
And I had a point about the questions again. So if you can't get the, we do have a package that has the images with it. If you can't, you see them all the time. The backgrounds, just the big text on the backgrounds where you type them in and you pick a color or whatever, those stand out super well. So if you don't feel like you have to get the images with those, the point is to start asking some questions and get some people talking. Years ago, I did a question of the day every single morning, and it worked so well. I would have people call me out if I had not, like, where's the question of the day? Like if I had a meeting first thing and I couldn't get it done. So once you get the algorithm working for you, it works really well. We just have to get it a little kickstart.
Exactly. Love it. Hi, Jen. Better late than never.
That's right.
We are wrapping up our engagement question talk, but you can find the replay on our blog, in our group, on YouTube. But now, let's see. Are we done with the engaging questions? Anyone have any questions about those?
Yeah, and then
your profile picture is great.
Exactly. I was going to say, comment here if you have any other ideas for them. Also, come to our blog and comment there. Like if you have any other any ideas, we'll add them to the blog for you. And yes, Jen, your profile picture looks great. And Edith's does too. She's got a blue background, which really makes it stand out.
For sure. Yeah. And for those of you who are afraid to click, it's only $17 for a year.
Oh, yeah.
Engaging questions. So
don't
be too scared.
That's right. Easy. And I promise once again, it takes a little bit to get the algorithm working for you, but when it does, it's so worth it.
Exactly. All right. So now for our YSPers who have been waiting to see what they're going to post this week. I think Julie's going to share her screen.
I'm going to try.
Gonna try.
All right, here we go.
So yeah, the second half of Marketing Monday is for those of you who are YSP members or who are interested in YSP. And we're going to give you some ideas of what you can post directly from our dashboard and members area.
Yep. But if you're not,
what the holidays are.
Yep. And even if you're not, stick around because you're going to get ideas that you can implement yourself. Because again, you can do background posts, you can do a selfie paired with these. So it just helps to get ideas. All right. So I'm in our members area. When you log in, you're going to see our famous MVP strategy. So if you're in, you need to watch that. All right. And that's how we have our content broken down. So you can see the screen, right, Jess?
I can.
All right. Perfect. All right, so our MVP strategy, that we break it up into motivation, because who doesn't need a little motivation every day? It casts a net to gain people by not alienating them with all just promo posts, okay? So you have to have a mix of content to be successful. So in here, let's see how far I need to scroll down.
probably all the way to the bottom since
Yep,
it's March.
going to the bottom. And you'll see all the beautiful posts that we put out every single month. So there you go. All right, Jess, pick one.
You can fall, but you can also rise, or you can rise also. So I really like the idea of that because I think we all stumble.
For sure.
Constantly.
No matter what your niche.
I think I'm like there just about daily stumbling. And the important part is that you keep getting up. So you just take this and copy and paste it. You can adjust obviously you're copying this text. So when you put that into your text box, it gives you a place to start, which saves you so much time. And I love this quote particularly because it will work for Sarah in the organizing niche. It will work for Deanne in the mindset and leadership niche. And it can also work for fitness and skincare. But it doesn't have to be. The thing about these M&V posts is they don't have to be on niche, because this is about keeping people tuned into your channel and your social media profiles, even if they have no interest in what you do. Even if they never buy your products or services, having that person who's engaged and waiting for your content is going to help reach the next person. And you never know which person you reached with an M or a V post that led to an extra person seeing your P post who bought your stuff.
Exactly. Imagine that when you post this and Sally, that would never buy from you, just comments on it and it opens it up for someone else to see it. That's how it works. So Sally can be your biggest fan even if she doesn't buy from you, and she can help set up the sale for something else. So I love that as an example. And I'm just this is the same type of thing. I just want to say, so love this one too. Don't wait until the conditions are perfect to begin. Beginning makes the conditions perfect. What niche does that not work for? If you're an organizer, my desk is crazy messy. So if I don't go start it, I can't get the win. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you're in fitness, skincare, drinking water, starting to save. If you're in the travel niche, starting to save for that trip. Whatever it is, again, they don't have to be on niche. This works for anything, works for anyone. All right.
V. So I love that you said fans, because I just realized that MVP is kind of has like a sports thing to it. And that's really what MVP and the strategy when we created it is meant to do, to create fans and create more fans, help you reach more people, fans or followers, because the more people that you reach, the more leads you're going to get, the more leads you're going to be able to cultivate into sales, which is in a nutshell how this MVP strategy works. So this week, I love when a week is broken between 2 months. Because there's just so much you can do from a content perspective. You can ask questions about how the previous month went. You can ask questions about what your goals are for the next month, and those can be on niche or not. But there are a few holidays that are, I think, interesting. March 29th, that's tomorrow, is National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. Let's just say that's Small Business Owners Day. So give yourself a shout out, make a shameless post like, hey, I'm doing it. I'm out here in the trenches. This is what I'm doing. This is the value I'm providing. You know, who wants some of it? And then we get this a lot too. March 31st is National Tater Day, potatoes. Someone like a fitness coach or any niche really might say to themselves, why in the world would I want to post something like that? Again, it's all about spreading that net. It's all about reaching more people. And the more people you can get to comment about something that is universally loved, like the potato, means more people. It's a stepping stone to more people. You're going to get on more people's news feeds, and you're going to grow that audience little by little.
Yep. And then for visibility too. So these are split currently in the members area. They're split with like the holidays. And then we have just normal engagement. So if you were to come down and look again, so yesterday you could have done an easy Sunday fun day, Friday favorites in March that could have been used this past Friday. And I want to show you because it is a split week. I'm going to skip to, let's do the P and then we'll come back and I'll show April, because when you're in a split week, you're going to get March and April at the same time.
Well, I do want to say in terms of visibility posts, I think we should do them together. But the other holiday that's in April of this week is April 2nd is National Handmade Day. So Jen with your handmade elderberry syrup.
Awesome. Here, I'll go
Mary Alice with your awesome handmade crochet goodies. She shared a post of her going to market this week, and I so wish that I lived close enough to her to walk by there because she has some really cute stuff. But anything that you have that's handmade, and it could almost be argued that anyone on this call or watching this replay has something handmade. Make sure you make a big deal about National Handmade Day on Saturday, April 2nd.
Yep. So I just skipped. So you're in the April now. We have something new coming out for April. And since it's here, I'm just going to go ahead and show it. So we started back in 2016 doing these with a paper planner where it plotted it out for you every single day. We had gotten away from that because we wanted to give you a little more flexibility, but we've had people that just can't. They need it easy. They need the easy button. So we've taken it and put it back into here's a post for April 1st. Here's a motivation. Here's a visibility post. And here's your prompt post or your promo and presence post. So the whole month is laid out. So for our people that need the easy button, it's gotten even easier in here. We get this a lot too. How do you use these? Right click and save the image and then copy the text. And now we even have the Canva templates all in one. Sorry, I'm going to show this really quick. So if we're going to do this, then we're going to go back to the P's. But I just want to show you. They are, Yep, they are in now, all in one by date. So
April 1st, April 2nd.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what, this is just a great example of how far YSP has come. When I first started, I was making Word documents sitting behind my computer, just like post prompts. And then, I started making content and we'd put the little link in the calendar and it was still just a downloadable PDF. But now it's a robust memberships area. And then also this content gets rolled into the dashboard for those of you who have the dashboard. But this is a perfect example of how YSP morphs over time, and it is 100% guided by the feedback of our membership. So thank you everybody for the feedback and the gentle, I love this part, but I'm not in love with this part, because that helps us stay current and competitive.
Exactly.
So I think you can just stay here for the P posts.
I am. Yep.
Who's excited about April? Who is?
Yeah.
I am. There's a lot you can do in April. There's a lot you can do at the end of the month. So if you're not ready to dig into some of these April sales and promo, you can also just run a end of March sale. Those are always super popular, like the last 24 hours of March or the last 48 hours of March. And then when you get into April, you can start into the egg type hunt. It's an Autism Awareness Month, Earth Day, things like that are really big themes around April.
Exactly. We haven't featured a fill in the blank in quite a while, so
they're so valuable though.
Exactly. They make it easy for any niche. So again, the point of the P post is to actually highlight be a presence. So building know, like, and trust, authority, showcasing who you are, what you do, why you're the expert, or a straight up promo type post. So I love this first one as obviously a presence and building authority. So show them there's an easier way, still trying to do something the hard way. Now, getting the good result just got easier. Here's how. All right. And we give you an example. I don't know how much easier this can get. Still trying to manage your social media day to day on your own. Now, managing and building presence just got easier. Here's how. We've done it all for you. All you have to do is review and hit schedule. Check it out with your link. Okay. So you can fluff that up. This works for any niche. Saving just got easier. Organizing just got easier. Losing 5 pounds just got easier.
I love it. That was great. Julie's going to lead content class tomorrow. Great job, girl.
Yep. And then in the presents and the prompts, we also give you like tons of these. Again, now for April, they're plotted on a certain date just so you don't get the overwhelm of having so many choices. For me, I like to just dig through and see something that speaks to me when I'm going to try to do it, but some people want it plotted out. So, so we've got, obviously invite people to an event, share a piece of your story. All right. And then we've got week prompts because lots of people like to tie these to a day of the week. So Friday weekend plans, you made it to the weekend, share your plans. Okay. Again, building know, like, and trust. So much goodness. And then there's also even social post and blog ideas.
Boom. Which can easily be live video ideas and things like that.
For sure. Any of these can be morphed into that. But this is how the post prompts will sort of show for you starting in April too.
Yep. Okay. Love that.
All right. Coming back to us.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already there.
I did it. Good. I was waiting to hit that button. All right. So that's Marketing Monday. We hope everyone had a great weekend. And if you're not watching this on a Monday, it's fine. We can call it Marketing Minute.
I tried early.
You watched it and you got the value. I see a few of you are new here. So if you don't know what your social plan is or where you can go find it, start by going to sociallyinclined.com/store. And you can scroll down just a little bit and look for your social plan products. Those are our monthly subscriptions. It's okay, Nikki. Better late than never. We're glad you're here and you are in the group. And girl, you know where to watch the replay. So, but yes, you can find your social plan in the Socially Inclined store, which is sociallyinclined.com/store. Getting my words.
I'll drop that one too.
It's a mouthful. But we are, if you need to work on your GGG profile, make sure you put that on your list for the week too.
For sure.
Thank you so much. We're so glad. Oh, dang. Lauren just dropped the checkout link for YSP Pro. There you go.
There you go. Go, Lauren.
Sign up if you need it. Yes, Nikki, we will do a Canva integration tutorial. We are really pushing. We have about 15 videos that we need to make.
That one is made, but I'm going to remake it because I'm going to show now it's going to be even easier with the way April is all in one, that if you have the dashboard, you'll be able to find and import those to make changes to the posts that are in the dashboard. Easier way to say that. But there is a video now. You can look in the help section.
Exactly.
Lauren might even be able to drop it here to watch it. It's the same, but now they're all in one file.
Awesome. Sydney joined YSP Pro yesterday. Thank you so much. We would love to hear what you think about it after your first week or so.
Exactly.
Reach out to us in the group.
Trust the process. I'm going to be like Nick Saban. Trust the process. There is a process. That MVP is for the win. That's why we named it that.
Yep, for sure. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Make sure that you get on our blog, sociallyinclined.com/blog, if you want any more free trainings and things like that. We will be live Thursday. Sorry.
Yep. We're live tomorrow for anyone that's in Academy. It's only $15 a month. And you get content class, which is sort of this on steroids. I don't know. It's like one topic and we make sure that everyone can write that one piece of content. We take every niche for anyone that's live and some that aren't even live. So
Exactly.
it's a great class. Plus you get all the kinds of free training and stuff. So anyway,
Exactly.
lots going on for the socially inclined people.
Yes, and shout out to Lauren.
Thank you.
She helps make things a lot smoother than they already look. Because sometimes we're a little bit of a hot mess, but she helps keep us together. So thank you so much. Content class, I'll be sharing my win from last week's. Awesome. That's
Please
wonderful.
do.
Yeah, I forget what today's topic is or this week's topic is, but I promise it's a good one. Content. I can look it up real quick.
Good.
Oh, we're going to talk about case studies and how to turn a case study.
That sounds so terrible, but I promise we're going to make it interesting. And
it's just a fancy way of saying testimonial.
Right.
So
So
yeah,
how
we're gonna show you how to turn testimonials into money.
That's right.
And then Thursday we're talking about AI and how to use it to make your life easier.
Exactly. I'm so excited for this one. I finally gotten Jess on the AI bandwagon. She doesn't need it though, really, but
I need it because of the volume this woman demands. Just saying.
Content.
All right.
The lifeblood of
I think we've rambled enough.
We have. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Yes, yes.
All right. We're not live anymore.